Welcome guys to A Coach's Corner. So this week on Coach's Corner we're going to speak about progress. What do we define as progress? Now what I really want to talk about in this one is what people really need to look at when they're trying to achieve something is what is progress to them. Now, a lot of people get taken away with scale weight when it comes to losing weight. They're constantly wanting that number on the scales to come down, 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 down. So you have to look at it in one sense. Is your objective to be as light as possible on the scale or change your body composition and the way you look? If we continually keep dropping scale weight, where are we going to go? What's going to happen? We're just going to go plateau completely. We're going to get very demotivated by this number, and what's going to happen? We're going to fall off track and we're going to start to do things that we know are not right and going to send us in the opposite direction to where we're trying to go. So we need to look at progress from a different standpoint. So somebody getting up in the morning, getting out of bed a bit earlier, going to the gym, that's progress. Somebody that's taking in no water at all, takes in 1 to 2 liters per day or a liter a day, that's progress. Somebody that goes into the gym and is able to do an extra set, is able to do an extra weight, is able to do a couple of extra reps, is progress. Is after going and learning a new skill within the gym area, is progress. Maybe being able to hold a plank longer than 10 seconds, that's progress. So we need to look at it in a bigger scale. We need to not just chase one variable, because that variable at times might not be on our side. Sometimes it could plateau, stop, especially with scale weight, and that's where I see people struggle an awful lot when it comes to weight loss. Because what we need to do when we're trying to change our body, nutritionally wise, we need to create an energy deficit. So we need to eat less food, and I mean less food as in eat less calories than is required to stay the same weight. So a little bit of a deficit. And again, you need to understand this properly and not get too deep into a deficit, because what happens then, the people who go really deep into deficit start looking at that scale weight, keep chasing that scale weight, and what happens is it plateaus and they get demotivated and everything falls apart for them. So when we're trying to lose weight, we need to have a deficit. Then we look at progression from there. How can we progress? We can progress by changing our food types, by learning about foods. That's progression. By educating yourself about calories, by educating yourself about energy balance. This is a progression. When it comes to training, like I said, reps, sets, weight, learning new skills, that's progression. When it comes to lifestyle habits, getting to bed a bit earlier, hitting 8 hours sleep, having a nighttime routine, having a morning routine, trying to switch off is progression. All these things can be a measure of where you need to go. So if you look at any goal you have, it's not just one variable that will get you there. There's hundreds of variables, but we can break it down into maybe 5 to 6 things that we can say, okay, these are the variables I'm going to look at that I'm going to measure my progress off of. So not just one, I have 5 or 6. This is really important, guys, because it can be really helpful to you when you're trying to lose weight, gain weight, change your body composition, change your lifestyle, change your career as well. What does it take to get to this position? What variables do I need to follow and look at in my own head as progression? 5 or 6 variables to get there. Okay, I want to be CEO of a company. How do I get there? This. If I keep doing these things and keep trying to progress these things, I'm going to get there. So that's really, really important. That can be very empowering as well. And again, that transfers to every single part of your life. Weight loss, lifestyle, strength training, family life, having a good relationship with your kids and spending time with your kids. That's something you could say, what do I need to do to progress this, to make my kids fulfilled in their life, to make them happy each weekend or spending time with mom or dad? What do I need to do? Because I have a very busy life schedule. How do I prioritize time for them, and how do I look at progression from there? So if I might spend this amount of time with them on a Friday evening, how do I increase it? What progression can we do there? These are all things we can start to think about. It's not just one variable about losing weight, but again, for the purpose of this video, and we're in a gym setting, weight loss is the biggest variable we have here. So we have to look at weight loss way beyond scale weight. We have to look at it body composition. That's why I'll be a big believer in photographs. Let's look at pictures of yourself. Let's see yourself in day 1. Let's see yourself in week 3, week 6, week 9, week 12, and so on and so on and so on. And then you look back at week 1 and you look at week 12 and you see, look at the progression. That is fantastic. Now my scale weight might have changed a little bit, but it mightn't have changed dramatically in the last 4 weeks. But look at my body composition. That's massive progression. So what has taken you to that change? What has got you to there? not just changing the scale weight, it's your habits, it's your daily chores, your daily routines, hitting your sessions, getting to bed early, drinking your water, eating your veg, eating more fruit, eating quality proteins. These are all progressions you can measure yourself off of. Do I eat quality protein every day? Do I eat a protein target? Progression. I do it every day, that's progression. Am I learning about protein? Am I learning about carbs? Am I learning about fat? Am I educating myself on my diet? That's progression. So guys, one thing about this video is do not chase scale weight all the time. It's only one variable in the journey towards long-term weight loss and keeping weight off. It cannot be the only variable you focus on, because that is something can really get you down and drive you down a rabbit hole. So look at the bigger picture always. Set out your goal and set the 5 progression variables that you can follow. So set out 5 things that can progress you towards your goal and that you can measure progression off of, and that can be really helpful, guys. So I hope you like this video. If you like what you hear, you find us on peakperformancekillarney.com, all our social media platforms, also our YouTube channel, Peak Performance Killarney, and our podcast, Reach Your Peak Podcast. Please subscribe, guys, review and share the podcast and the YouTube channel on your social media platforms. I would really appreciate it. It helps us grow the brand of Peak Performance Academy, and also helps us get out our word, trying to help people, trying to empower people to have a better life. And again, guys, any questions you would have or anything you would like me to cover, please ask. I'm more than happy to cover anything you would like, and we will try to give the best, most informative information we can on any topic that you require, you need a little bit of help on. Okay guys, have a great weekend, and we will see you next week.